Oh shit.
Oh no!
All right, now that we're all here, um,
Woo!
Yadi, I think that we should talk about a little bit of the your experience with Spider-Man.
So far with it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't have long stories, so
No, it's
I'm gonna
fine.
try to expand a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's more of what you think of the game and
Yeah.
where are you so far and what you've been doing with it, which is streaming and all that.
Yeah, I was lazy and I didn't change the. So okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell this in the thing. In the thing.
So how are you feeling, Lola?
All right.
Are you sick?
I think so.
Oh no.
Yeah. The kids
Yeah.
here. My son has bronchitis,
Oh shit.
and then Lydia was feeling a little bit bad too, but it is what
Yeah,
it
I don't
is.
know if it's because in Florida it's like kind of coldish in the morning, and then during the day it's
Oh, we
Oh.
lost you.
Is it the cable?
Technical difficulties, folks. Gotta love technology.
It sounded
Can
like
you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like the cable is bad.
It's possible. Keeps getting caught on things.
Oh yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Is it coming off the back?
It's not. It keeps getting caught on things. Like when I accidentally swivel my chair, it gets caught on it and it pulls.
And it comes
Hmm.
off.
Oh, it's
It
not
doesn't
like
come off, but it does pull.
Okay.
yeah. So it's getting damaged. Is the cable too long or is it not?
Yeah, it is.
How long of a cable did you buy?
Oh,
A
that moved.
microphone.
There you go.
It came with the microphone.
Came with microphone.
Okay.
I gotcha.
But that one has an XLR connection too, right? Because I remember that one being. Oh,
She
It might be
froze.
her
think.
internet.
she's thinking.
Everything is fine, guys. Not having technical difficulties at all.
Not
We
at all.
don't know what you're talking about. You see nothing. You know nothing.
Ignore it. It'll go away.
Yeah, right.
I'll say maybe later on if you find if you have the time and money to buy the Wave XLR is the cheapest option to connect it to the XLR connection.
Mm-hmm.
How much is the XLR?
Oh, so new is like I think it was like 150 or 140 depending. I bought it for I think it was 120. But I don't remember.
Definitely next on the list then.
Yep.
But now with the Christmas time coming,
Mm-hmm.
they will have some deals, especially because it's not the newest thing out.
Oh, I
Right.
thought you meant make other people buy it for you.
No.
That's a
I
good
had
point.
it.
It's a good idea.
Lewis, wink.
That too.
Mom, if you're watching, wink, wink.
That's funny. So I kind of have a plan for the podcast. Instead of finding funny clips throughout the episode, and then putting in the beginning, like what you guys are always saying, just start recording and then we talk.
Uh-huh.
So that, and then we talk for a little bit, just random ass shit.
And then we started.
And then we started, and then that I'll move it to the front and then have the intro.
Sounds good.
And we're talking about all this live.
Yep.
Oh, are we live right now?
Yeah. The good people at home are seeing and hearing all this as it happens. We're planning out our future for the show
Well,
right in front of your eyes.
And I'm
That's-
planning my Christmas list.
Right. So if you want to help Lola out, her Cash App is.
I actually don't know what my Cash App is. You have it. It's where I send completely inappropriate messages to my brother.
Yeah.
whenever I pay my phone bill.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, i.e. for anal medication
Talking about that. We'll
or
talk
for
about that.
liposuction.
We'll talk about that after the episode. TikTok, you're due. All right. So, welcome to the Nerd Archive podcast. As you were listening, we are just talking shit, and we like to do that. And
Quite
I
often.
know if you are listening, you also like to do that because if you're a nerd, that's what nerds do. We
God, it's gonna explode my ears.
Why is that so loud? I don't know. All right. Well, as I was saying before I got really interrupted by 17,000 decibels.
I gotta
Such a
mix it
diva.
up on that.
Well, the voices you're hearing and the faces that you're seeing, if you're watching, it's Lola, Yadi, Justin, and I am your host.
Yours.
Yours truly, Lewis. Thank you. Thank
Lady
you very
Gaga.
much. Thank you. Lady Gaga, Santa Claus on some days. It depends. It
The
depends.
janitor on others.
The next
Call him
rising star on TikTok. I don't know. Whatever.
Call him whatever you want. Just don't call him a bitch.
You can call me a bitch. It
Bitch!
doesn't matter.
Bitch, please.
I'll be a bitch. Just watch my TikToks. All right. So, guys, Yadi, because I know you're the only one. So, Guy,
I'm the chosen one.
yeah, you are the chosen one.
You are the chosen one. I need to have that on my soundboard.
Yes.
Please.
Before we get
Just
started.
like I hate you. Sorry.
Yeah. Before we get started, Justin, do you have a nerdy quote of the week? If you don't, it's fine.
Do I?
And like we said last week,
Oh.
we're gonna do it
Oh.
at the end. What?
Hold on. I'm so disappointed in you fuckers. I am so fucking mad.
I'm so disappointed in you. You
As
weren't there.
soon as shut the fuck up.
See,
as
what
soon
happened
as he
was-
said that, and you guys didn't fucking answer, I was like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this no more.
We left the stream.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
The disappointment is real.
Yeah.
What a support.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I love you guys. Not enough to watch just sadness happen. Unfold
Well, it's because you
on
weren't
my
here.
stream.
You see, we were talking about Loki, and then the question came up, and all I'm thinking is what? Loki.
And
No.
he did say, well, since we're talking about this, and the quote
Yeah.
is, and I'm like, okay.
Loki. We're going with
As
Loki.
soon as he said the word stupid ass decisions, you should have known. You should have known who it was.
Well, he said it with an accent.
Yeah,
So
he did. All right.
Anyways, carry on. Just wanted to express my
Yeah,
Very,
but I'm
very-
not trying to be culturally insensitive as if I
Big
care,
disappointment.
actually.
All right. So, Spider-Man 2 came out.
Mm.
Spider-Man.
Yadi, you're the
it's-
only one that played.
It sold 2.5 million copies in the first 24 hours,
Yup.
which is the best-selling PlayStation game so far in
That's
a short
crazy.
period of time. Yeah.
Hmm.
Playing the game so far, it's if you play the first one, you'll be pretty familiar with the mechanics and whatnot of the game and
Right.
the gameplay itself, but it looks a lot better. There's a lot more movements that is not super repetitive because it kind of got old in the other one. I love the transitions between Peter Parker and Miles because you do get to play with both. It's not like you can pick who you want to be, but there's certain missions that one has to do and the other. So it's pretty fun. There's a lot of new things like the web wings.
Okay.
That makes you supposedly travel faster.
Mm.
I've seen already somebody compare traveling to the same spot, and it's like maybe a 5 second um, quicker than flying or like swinging.
Right.
A whole
But
5 seconds. Wow.
all 5 seconds, yeah. So far in the game, I got to where. Well, you can go to my channel, but I got so far to where the symbiote got attached to Peter Parker, because spoiler alert, he got stabbed, and it looked really sad.
Peter
as-
Parker got stabbed.
Like he almost died.
Gotcha.
Wow.
And basically, my kids like to watch me play live, when I'm just with them and whatnot. But they were asleep when I was playing last night, and I put them to watch it today, which gave me an idea that I'm gonna create content just for them. Anyways,
That's a good idea.
Nice.
so basically, I was looking at their faces when Peter Parker got stabbed and almost died, and the oldest one was about to like tear up. He got that sentiment. It was that deep in that little moment. But besides that, Craven the Hunter, I got to meet him basically in the game, and I got that far in the game. It's just I have played like maybe 6 hours. Funny thing is, the first part of the game, when I started streaming at midnight when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
it did not stream. And it looked like I was streaming, and the PlayStation lost it.
That's fucked up.
So
That's
yeah.
Do you think they did it on purpose?
It might
Like,
have been blocked. It might have been blocked, yeah. But it didn't have any notifications. Also,
It wasn't saying that you couldn't.
yeah, and I was tired too, so I was like half asleep playing it.
Oh
So
shit.
maybe that has something to do with it. But regardless, the game so far is awesome. Like, it's, to me, so far the best Spider-Man game, and I haven't finished it yet.
That's good because there's been a bunch of like really good Spider-Man games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this one, it has everything, and especially for the people like us, or some of us that are Puerto Ricans, and we get to see the flag all over the place, even though it had the Cuban flag for a while.
I saw that. There's been articles left and right about that. They're like, oh my god.
They put it like this is the end of the world, and it's not. We don't hate Cuban people. Hey, we love them. So, hey, it's there for them too.
Right.
Two wings of the same bird or something they say in Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
say that they were going to correct it and put the proper flag in its place.
Yeah. Yep. But
That's funny
hey,
though.
Yeah.
it's a great game, regardless of the flag. But it's a great game.
Hey, the way we see it is at least someone is being represented. It was a
Exactly.
mistake, which is probably what the problem was. Why people were upset about it.
Yeah. But when you go to those like those whatever, those news or whatever it is, you see the comments. It's a lot. Like, the only mad people are the ones that are probably not from Puerto Rico
Right.
or Cuba.
90% of the time, that's how it is.
Yeah. But I love it so far.
Nice.
Maybe we'll stream some. Once I finish it, I'll stream some over here too. Why not?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have something in my brain and it slipped out.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, I hope it wasn't in her brain.
Nobody slipped out. Which is just sad, honestly.
Jesus. I almost
Yes.
died. It's fine, guys. Jesus.
Jesus.
I did see a lot of people complaining about the game because there was a bunch of little graphics, like details that were amazing in the first one, and this one, it looked like it was PlayStation 1.
You see, not to me. Like, I
People
maybe
were
certain
zooming in on
areas.
things.
Okay.
Like there was a can, and someone made it a point because they zoomed in to see the details,
Yeah.
and the can was like, instead of being a full circle like the top, it was like almost like a hexagon. Like didn't
It's a
have
new
a lot
type
of
of
detail.
can.
Right.
It is
And
environmentally
then
friendly.
they went back onto the first game and did the same with another can, and it was like perfect. It looked like a can,
Not the can.
not the can.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god!
Right.
Well,
So
The end of the world.
please think of the cans.
right. So
Not the
when I saw it, I'm like, and I
Wow.
usually don't comment on videos that I see on TikTok, but this one was like, and it was literally one sentence. Seriously, a can.
Of all the things to bitch about,
Right.
I mean, there's a bunch of graphical glitches that I've seen, you know, and some of the things that people find in that. But I mean, yeah, you can probably have some complaints about that, but honestly, there's no game is going to be perfect,
Right.
like legitimately. But like, of all the things to pick apart and say, oh, this was better in this game, but not in the sequel, and it's just like a can. Why?
But at the same time, I see it as fine. That's what you found in it, and you can't find anything else. So great.
Now compare it to when the other game came out. Maybe that will be more of a fair
Right.
comparison because that has been updated for
Right.
a while because the game has been out forever.
Right.
Right.
And that's another thing that I was going to mention. It's like how many, like, this is literally the initial release, you know, aside from the day one patch or whatever,
Right.
you know, it's going to have update after update after update. So who knows, you know, go back to it after about a year or two and that can will probably look about 500 times better.
Right.
know?
Right.
It'll be perfect.
Oh, of course.
If you care so much about the can, you know.
I don't.
No, I mean like the guy that
Right, no,
that
I know,
complained.
but-
I was like, yeah,
We
So-
don't,
we'll
yeah,
do something with the can.
we don't particularly, but you know, some people care just a little bit too much, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
the things people jerk off to, what can I tell you?
Right. Well, that
It was
That's
a
a-
hand movement that
yeah.
got me.
It took me by surprise. Again, it wasn't even the comment that took me by surprise. It was the hand gesture. But people didn't complain as much when 2K came out this year. And I'm like, seriously? I maybe people are just like, this is the best they can do. Because 2K has, like I said in a previous episode, 2K hasn't had a game, like a good game since like 2K13. And I say that because that was before next gen or current gen, I guess. And obviously the first game that came out for this current gen was way better in a graphical standpoint.
Mm.
But nothing has changed. They did some changes this year with like shooting motions, and if the dribble to shot, it's better. It flows better. It's more smooth than before, because before it was like they dribble and then kind of, it's like a very, very slight glitch, and they pause for a second and then they shoot, and that was pissing people off.
Mm.
So now it's a little bit smoother. So I think people weren't complaining about 2K because they're like, same shit. We were gonna complain about this game what we complained about that last game. So
When did that one come out?
the new one,
Yeah,
September.
September.
Mm.
I thought it was something more recent, but yeah, I haven't heard anything
Right.
from the game besides just seeing people playing it recently. But it doesn't seem to be a big change.
Yeah, it comes out usually a month before the season starts.
Mm. I think I think people just got tired of complaining about the same shit and just realized that nothing's going to change, because it's a common theme among developers and especially with publishers in that they're just going to release what they've
Right.
got and then just fix it after the fact. And developers have just gotten used to it, and it's really sad to see, like, if
Right.
that's the state of the gaming landscape nowadays.
Right.
It's gonna be
So
the same with Call of Duty.
right. Now so you mentioned Call of Duty, I mentioned 2K. Those are online communities that we've been part of.
Mhm.
In your opinion, I know, Lola, you don't play a lot of online games or any at that.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, but in your opinion, who do you think has the most toxic community?
Oh, Call of Duty for sure. I just mute everyone now. Like I just talk to my party because it's too much. But now there is a lot of like censoring, and a lot of people are scared of getting like their accounts banned and whatnot.
Right.
So a lot of people are just not talking.
Right.
At least
So
in the lobbies I've been.
I think that the most toxic is 2K. Because
Really?
yes. Because playing basketball like in real life can be
It's already toxic.
It's already toxic. Mix the video game community and the basketball community in one. It's insane. Like,
It's a keyboard warriors out there that,
right.
you know, are just
The microphone warriors.
yeah.
And
It those are the people that just ruin games. Some people like it.
yeah.
Like some people like
do-
toxicity, and then they
Yeah.
are toxic. Like my
Right.
cousin.
I think if you enjoy someone else being toxic, that immediately makes you a toxic person.
Yeah,
You
no, I
need
don't like it.
therapy. It's what you need.
Well, that's their therapy.
Well, they
That's the
need
thing.
like paid therapy.
No, and
To
yes.
go to therapy to talk to a
Yes.
professional.
Pretty much.
Well, half of them think they are professional.
Ah,
Hear me. Here I am talking trash, which is part of their toxicity. But
And the thing too with the Call of Duty is now because they have proximity chat,
mhm,
that not only you get to talk to your team, which with randoms it would have been toxic already, but you get those outside of your party already. Like it,
right.
yeah. Sometimes it's fun to listen, but most of the time I do mute it because they say some shit that I don't want on my streams.
Right. On that note, I'm glad that you got there because I wanted to talk about that next. I can't think of his name. He's not a huge streamer, but he had a decent following. And he was exposed. I have to find the video and send it to you guys. He was exposed because he was he was making a name for himself because he was this person calling out what he was going to do in the proximity chat to and tell him exactly what he was going to do and do it, and they couldn't stop him,
Hmm.
but it was pre-recorded. He would do voiceover,
Of course.
so it looked like he was like literally, because there's some people that do that but not all the time, and there's people that we know that they are that good, and then there's the bigger percentage that are cheating, but it's not going to happen all the time. But this guy had multiple videos of doing the same thing, and he got exposed. That was insane. I'm like, because I saw the first couple videos, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, I got to give it to him. He's that good.
Yeah.
But then I think it was a month later, I came across another video of his, but it was another creator posting it, exposing him. And I'm like, oh Jesus. That was because someone called him out. They were on his stream, and someone said, "I was watching that stream, and you didn't do that." And that's when they got the ball rolling. It was insane. Um,
Some people, man, just for a view, like
right.
I mean, it's not like it's still entertaining for
Mhm.
others. Like it's not that you're doing something super wrong, but you can also just say
Well,
it.
once you're
Like
exposed, no one wants to watch you because now they think that
no,
you're a fake.
yeah, it's a lot of people that have
Right. And
like
don't get
that.
me wrong, the plays were good. It's not like he was using someone else's plays, but just that little detail, you were telling us now we don't trust you,
Mm.
so we're not gonna watch.
Splicing pre-recorded
Right.
stuff over clips that he was making of the plays that he was, which,
Right.
yeah, like you said, were admittedly good, but it's like
Right.
the magic of editing.
Well,
And
and there's also been
you're doing this in game, saying what you're gonna do, and it's like,
right.
well,
And I I went into a rabbit hole on YouTube, and it was one of the videos I came across was streamers exposed and whatever on their life, and one of them was actually streaming pre-recorded videos.
Jeez.
So he was like calling out things that was going to happen. Oh, this person's going to pop out of here. You'll see. I bet that someone's going to come out of the right side, and then they'll come out of the right side. But he wouldn't do it often. That's why it took so long for people to catch on. Because
I
he
don't
would
understand why people think that it's fun. Like
right,
it's just be real. That's
right,
it.
and the way they exposed him was because someone called him out on it
mm,
and said, "Why don't you use the camera over and so we can see you actually playing the game? Like we want to see your hands." And he was dumb enough to do it. He was dumb enough to do it. Like I
Jeez.
understand maybe wanting to prove yourself and actually play a game. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad game. That's easier than you moving your hands and you hit the trigger and actually nothing happened, or you did it too quickly, or you missed a step and they start shooting before you hit the button. That right there.
Embarrassing.
There's a big lag.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Yeah, my camera's lagging. Yeah, okay. No, there's a lot of things online that you see is how a lot of these big streamers got exposed, like cheating using Ricochet or getting exposed by Ricochet online.
mm.
Like
Yeah, a lot of people
really,
getting banned or kicked out or
right.
live during
My
their
favorite
stream.
ones is when they're stupid enough to do it and they have the cheat on one screen and they stream that screen by mistake, and that you see the little boxes on people.
Yep.
Yep.
Looking through every single thing.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Some people have like channels just them cheating. Like they legit just put it on just shooting and
Yeah.
killing everyone
And they
in
do
by
it on
itself.
and those what the fuck do you
What
What
have
the
in
fuck
your
is that?
It's called a
Is that
stress
fidget?
nut. Yeah.
Okay. Again, just like that hand gesture, just took me by surprise.
Yeah.
Um, there is a lot of channels out there, like you said, that they're known because I'm gonna cheat on this stream, and that's
Yeah.
what they're known for.
Mhm.
It's like, and the way that they say that they advertise their streams is so you see when you're playing, you see these, like, when it's happening, you recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're monetizing that shit. You're selling us a lesson, but at the same time, whoever lobby you get into, you're fucking up their day because they're gonna be angry.
Oh, of course.
And
I like it when I get to kill one of them.
yeah,
Uh,
those are fun, and then you get to talk trash to them.
oh,
Yeah.
Toxic.
This is the satisfaction.
I don't think there's anything better than being toxic to a toxic person.
Or at
When-
least just killing them all the time.
Right. Because it just feels so good to just trash talk that person that is cheating. And you know that I killed you even though you're using cheats.
Yep.
Like, you're that bad. Like, I am terrible, bro.
Like I've had people in my team that they are toxic, like random people. And usually when I'm playing with my nephew and they say something to him, even though I have him mute and I hear him talking, I was like, "Oh, they're talking smack. Let me go jump into it."
I remember.
And then if they like if they die and they need to be revived and whatnot, I don't.
You just
Too
stand in front
bad,
of
man.
them.
I'd rather lose the game and see you die than
I have
revive you.
I have had, and I think it was a game that you and I were playing, and they were being assholes to us in the beginning. And at the end of the game, they were like, "We should play another one, man." I don't know if you remember that.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
And it was when Rebirth was still a thing.
Which is coming
And
back.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year though, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost there, but
Yeah. Well, guess what, fucker? You need to reinstall that.
You say that like you play.
just need to buy the new game. The new
I've been poking around and looking through. I'm gonna be getting back on at some point, so we're gonna be waiting on you at that.
So we're gonna bring back the nap crew to Warzone?
Hey, I'm still Nap. I'm still the Nap crew by
but-
myself. I'm repping.
Well, yeah, I understand.
No, but the new one though, the movements, everything is back to where it was like over 10 years ago. So better graphics, it's faster movements and whatnot than what it is now.
I still get pretty salty about that. It's just like they never should have taken that away in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. They just messed up. I mean, this game itself is not bad. The current one is not crazy bad, but the new one is a big step.
I got pissed because it took me so long to like get good with movement in Warzone because I played it for 2 years and I was good in the movement, but my reaction time is where it killed me because they pop up and I had the good monitor, the PC, like I was able to see them, but I was not able to react fast enough to kill them.
Yeah, I would just show you the ropes again, and just have to increase the what's the name of that? I keep forgetting the name. Sensitivity. Yes, increase that shit, and you'll be fine.
Well, mine wasn't that bad. My sensitivity.
You were not.
It was like when
I don't know how you had it though. What did you have before?
On
If
7.
you remember. Oh, I play at 15, so that's a big difference.
Well, when you and I were playing, you're the one that recommended 7
to still bump it up. Yeah,
but I didn't.
You'll get used to it if you want to.
Because I always remember I had it on 7, and sometimes like in the beginning when I had it on that, I would run and someone would pop up on the left, and by the time that I stopped moving, I was back on the right. Like they probably saw me just do a 360.
A 360. I was like, oh, this guy is gonna shoot me.
Damn, he's fast. It's like, no, I forget to take my thumb off the thumbstick.
Hey, that's why these things are nice to have. The not sponsored by control freak, but hey,
But
those.
if you want to sponsor,
Yes, I love these things. We all use them, but especially for first person shooter, this race, you can see the difference.
yeah.
It takes less to move it. Like you just slightly move it. It's like a joystick,
Right.
kind of. You get used to it.
If you're all wondering why Lola is so quiet today, she doesn't feel well. And she's
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
We're gonna have it. We're
That
gonna have her
too.
play a round of Warzone one day.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh,
free.
that's gonna be real bad.
That's fine.
We gotta record it though, and then my back is gonna hurt a little bit, but it's okay. I can carry you all.
Let's play 2K, bitches.
Yeah, that's fine with me too.
Don't
good.
make that fucking face.
Eh.
I think I have the 2021 or 2020 or 2019. I think it's 2019.
Does it have LeBron on the cover?
I don't remember.
If it does, burn.
I think I bought it the digital version.
Okay.
So there's nothing that I can see.
The only reason I want to get this one on Xbox is because I want the physical, because it's Kobe Bryant.
You see, for the Spider-Man game, I wanted the physical copy with the Venom. What is they called it? It's something. It was a weird. They forgot to write something in the sentence, and it looked funny. But it was a Venom collectible piece,
Okay.
and I wanted it, but I'm not gonna pay $200 for that.
Screw that.
No, the 2K, the Mamba edition, which is they have the regular one, the Kobe Bryant edition, the Mamba edition, and the 25th anniversary edition.
Wow.
That one is 150. But the Mamba edition, which is, I think it's a metal case, and
Okay.
it has Kobe. The Kobe Bryant one, there are two different covers. I think the Kobe Bryant edition, he's wearing the jersey number 8, but then the Mamba edition, he's wearing number 24.
They want money.
Right. And
Oh, yeah.
last year, I think they did also a Kobe Bryant edition, but they didn't do a Mamba edition. They did a Kobe Bryant because it was 2K24. Or next year's that when they were going to do that. And last year, it was an anniversary or something. So I'm like,
Gotcha.
okay. And then about Kobe Bryant, there are unveiling a statue at the Lakers Center next year on August 24th. And it's going to be Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant.
Gotcha.
So
That's cool.
yeah, just throwing that out there. What else? What else was I going to say? So 2K and Warzone are the two most toxic.
I believe
And-
so. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because Call of Duty is the the original where everybody was toxic. I don't know if you've seen those videos of old lobbies. Oh my god, it was bad.
I think there's a compilation on YouTube also.
Jeez, it's so bad.
That's crazy. It's funny because on Warzone, one of the biggest things that they do is they just like to talk about other people's mothers,
Yep.
and you have the occasional racist.
Every
But
lobby.
Yeah, but on 2K it's mostly racism towards each other. It's not race against race. It's like
Oh,
towards
gotcha.
each other. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, calm down. Like, yeah, you made a 3. Cool.
And you know what game I miss? And it did have a lot of toxicity between my cousins because it was not online. We were just all playing against each other. It was the what was it? N1? No, not N1, but the street. NBA
NBA
Street.
Street. Yeah, basketball. Basketball brings the worst in people.
What the
It brings
fuck?
out the worst in people. Because now I will die in a game of 11. Fun fact. I played a game of 11 about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And before the game, there's all this trash talk. Days before. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to be winded by the end of the first game. It's going to be an 11. And I'm going to be winded. Okay. 3 points in, bro. My heart wanted to come out of my chest. I couldn't feel my legs. I needed water. I finished my water bottle by the time that I scored 3 points.
Wasted.
And I only scored 3 points. I scored the first 3 points like right off the bat. Boom. I'm like, I was feeling good. I'm like, hell yeah. I shot a 2 long distance because we were just counting 1 and 2s. And I did 1 long distance and 1 from the front. Right away.
And
that
that's
was it. That was it. Because my problem is that I think that I still have the physicality and the
In your
stamina
head. In your
my
head, you're like fast till.
yeah, no. But I start that way. And I start really strong. And it was 1-on-1. So, or how us Mexicans call it, 1-on-1. If it would have been a team game, I probably would have made it to at least 4 points. But it was 1-on-1. So I had to do everything. I had to steal, block, shoot, dribble, everything.
Did you
No
play
passing.
like we played in Puerto Rico that we didn't go back to the line?
No, we had to go back to the line.
Ah,
But it didn't matter because I made the first 2 shots. I didn't have to go back.
yeah.
I never got the ball back. Because I played that defense like a motherfucker in the beginning.
And
Yeah.
that's what it stayed.
Yeah, in the beginning. My defense went and sat down at the bench.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah, completely out. You stay here.
It's
And
like
my
that
legs went with it.
the little ghost from like goat rings or whatever that they leave their bodies. And,
Yeah.
and that's
I felt like the little engine that could.
Except
But I only thought I could and did not work out.
I think I can. Bitch, no, you can't.
blocked.
I felt like
No.
Hook, the movie Hook. I believe in what is it?
I believe in fairies, I think.
I believe in fairies. I believe in fairies. And I was like, I believe I can. I believe I can.
fly.
Yeah, I could not. At the
Hey,
end of the day,
Kim.
I think I can walk. But basketball is toxic as hell.
Hmm.
And I never play football because we don't have football in Puerto Rico. So like you might play it with your friends, but we don't have like teams or anything like high school or anything like that.
It's too hot for that.
Yeah.
Maybe now in private schools, but I remember seeing like little teams here and there. But it's
No,
not a
they
thing.
moved towards soccer.
No,
like
I mean
they-
like when I lived there, I remember seeing people in the Roberto Clemente.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no,
They're playing there.
I never got to see football teams or anything like that.
Yeah, but it was not from a school. I'm pretty sure it was not.
So I see all the videos of these like scrimmages and things like that they're playing football, and I'm like, no, okay, that's toxic. Are you guys ready to talk about Loki?
Woo!
Yeah.
Maybe. Beautiful. All right, so Loki season 2 episode 3. Victor
Part?
Timely. Part 3, episode 3. Go suck a dick. Victor Timely.
Shady bitch.
Do what?
Shady bitch.
Yeah. Yes. The only thing that pissed me off is his speech. Oh. We lost you.
It was on purpose.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
His speech kept pissing me off.
I thought he was
kept
faking it, but it was
talking
yeah.
like this. And I'm like, finish your motherfucking sentence, bro.
Speak faster.
Like, the only reason this episode was 45 minutes was because he took forever on a 15-minute monologue.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Your attention span just.
Yeah. Halfway through his speech, I was looking at my phone. I could literally watch a TikTok video and come back, and he still hadn't said the next word.
Poor guy.
Oh, yeah. Talk about timely.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where the last name comes from. It just takes a long time to fucking talk.
It makes
You
perfect.
think that's his real name? Or do you think that's just a name that he gave himself?
Possible.
Well, I'm thinking that's his real name, but if he goes down the path that some people are thinking, that he might wind up taking the name they expect.
He who remains Kang.
Pretty much.
I can see that. Maybe he already knew at this point when we see him in the future. You think he already knew? Maybe he was already visited by another Kang?
I think
No, I don't think so.
I think if he had been, there would have been a more significant change in him than what we saw. Like, there was a decent enough change when they gave him that book earlier on in the timeline. But yeah, no, I think if one of his variants had actually visited him, there would have been something drastically different.
I agree
Well,
with
he's
that.
being shady
100%.
to everybody.
You know
And what
who's
is
also
his
being
deal
shady?
with partnerships?
Right, nigga.
Jesus.
When she mentioned that, he was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm out. Drop you out the seat or whatever, or the lake.
Which is funny because I didn't understand it. Like, when he looked away, I'm like, what the hell changed? But then Miss Minute said it. Oh, she mentioned partnership. I'm like,
Yeah.
because he got pissed off in the beginning with this other dude. I don't do partnerships. Like,
Right.
what
When
happened?
Yeah. Maybe he partnered with another Kang.
Well, I mean, it could also be that he's so used to just doing things by himself and discovering all this stuff on his own that he doesn't really want to share the fruits of his labors with anybody. And then, of course, Miss Minutes takes advantage of that.
Right.
That was
Lola, you
creepy.
Say what you want to say.
I also think that it may be because they gave him the TVA book and it's basically a guideline of everything that he's done. He may think that if he allows a partner, it may change the outcome.
That could be it. I just think that the way he's reacting towards the partnership, like in the beginning, I thought maybe he didn't want people to steal his stuff.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
But the way that he reacted when Rainslayer said it,
Seems deeper.
it takes something. Like it reminded him of something, and he kind of maybe an ex-wife or something. So
You know, we don't know, but it's like every single time we don't know something, and it's
yeah.
always gonna bother us. And they might not be an answer right
And lately
away.
they've been leaving us with questions and not answers.
True
Yeah.
enough. Well, I mean, you mentioned ex-wife, and yeah, I was going to mention, maybe a family member kind of trying to take advantage of that,
Right.
that
His father,
what no.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I was leaning towards because they don't show like a parental figure when he's a child.
Right.
He's on his own.
I mean, us nerds, we like to look into that shit, but I want it to be that, but at the same time, it's probably they're not important. That's why they didn't show them because it wasn't. It's not. Maybe it's not relevant to the story, but we like to look into shit. So I agree with you. They don't show his dad or mom. Maybe they both took advantage of him.
It's certainly possible. And then, I mean, considering the conditions that they lived in,
Right. That too. And he still kind of used his old house as a hub. So he still has ties to that place.
For sure.
Why?
Yeah.
true enough. But I think at the end, I mean, we saw it in the episode at the end. It was just kind of a front because a lot of his most critical and sensitive stuff was kept
In his lab,
elsewhere. Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the most crucial part in this is Miss Minute.
Absolutely.
She, like you said, Yadi, she was creepy as hell. And you can tell that she was a jealous bitch.
Right?
Under-
It was so stupid. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, understatement of the century with that one. Like, holy shit.
It was crazy because every time that Renslayer said, I did this, I did that, it's like, but who told you to do this? And then when she sees that they hold hands, she's like, you can see it in her face. Like,
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen. And as soon as she said that, Renslayer said partnership, and he kind of backed up. She smiled. She's like, this is my in and her out.
But I'm gonna jump to the end of it real quick because I'm gonna forget this though. The way that Ms. Minutes talked to her when they were already where
At the end of time.
yeah, she said that I know something about you that you don't know. Do we think that Renslayer is a variant of Kang?
You know what? I didn't think about that.
Makes
I did
sense.
think that maybe she was the daughter.
Right, some family member, but I was like, wait, if we have
Sylvie.
Sylvie, then maybe she is the Kang variant, which is why she was told to do this and she did not change her mind. Obviously,
Right.
she doesn't remember, but she didn't change her mind of doing this thing that she was told to do. But
Right.
I don't know. It got me that vibe at the end. I was like, that moment when you realize something is happening, I was like, oh my God.
Right. Because the whole time she was like towards the end when they're in his lab and they're fighting and whatever, she tells Mobius, I was the one keeping things together. So she was kind of in charge of the TVA.
Yeah.
So,
In charge.
right, in charge, but at the same time, she probably has it in her. But because they all got their memories wiped, he needed to keep someone that was him just in case.
Mm-hmm. And who better than himself to keep it all going
Right,
back to where it was?
right.
Well,
True enough.
That's an excellent theory.
But at the same time, like at the end of the first season, he offered it to Loki and Sylvie. It's like,
Because he probably knew that they weren't going to take it.
because he said it, that I paved your way to get here.
Mm-hmm. That, you just blew my mind.
Seriously. I was thinking she was more like significant other, but her being him, that makes so much more sense. And that
There's like
sentence does not, but you
that
get it.
weird vibe between Loki and Loki, you know? Like it's the same.
Well, yeah, a little bit narcissistic,
Which they both are.
which they both are.
And you can tell that he gets mad when he sees the statues. It's like,
Mhm.
what is this? Why am I not here? It's like, you are, kind of. That's just this episode. I was a little thrown off because until the end, actually, until now, you just said that. I see this episode completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, this is the part of the movie Ant-Man was, right?
Mhm.
That's where we got to see this. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we're gonna know why they were there.
And then I didn't like the episode until now.
And also, when he says this is my best invention or something, he grabbed the thing that looks like a ball.
Yeah.
But that's the spaceship that he was in Ant-Man. At least that's what I think it is.
Oh, Yadi, you're on a roll.
Yeah.
Look like it, yeah.
I'm surprised that Miss Bennett didn't get pissed. It's like, bitch, I'm your invention. I'm your best invention.
Well, he was she there when he said? Oh yeah, she was
Yeah, yeah.
there.
They were the only ones.
Yeah.
And when she took she put her face on the mannequin,
Yep.
I can be your girl.
And her eyes started twitching.
Yeah.
No thanks. No thanks.
I was like, oh,
And
man.
the head slightly tilted.
Yeah. They did fantastic with that CGI. Just,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. I do think that the whole concept, and this is my personal opinion, I do think that the whole concept of Miss Minute being a cartoon-ish doesn't fit the show.
Looks kind of
me.
weird, but I don't. I've seen what she would have looked like, and she would have looked like the clock from Beauty and the Beast.
Right. So, and I understand why they use her, because we're in like the future and, well, the future. And she's an AI and whatever, but it messed it up for me when she got really big and started acting like a monster. Like the Michelin Man or the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. I'm like, okay, that's where you lost me.
You know, the funny thing is when she changes colors to to not be
Is it better?
attracting attention.
Fit
That's
with
like,
times, yeah.
like they are watching TV in black and white, and
Yeah.
they had color. They were living life. Like it was just weird.
A little bit.
That's funny. What else? Well, we see Sylvie at the end making a choice, letting Victor live, and then telling Loki, "Don't make me regret this," which means she's gonna regret it.
It's always that line.
Yeah, there's always one line that tells us exactly what's gonna happen.
Yep.
She told a good line to everyone in that room, because when she took, forget her name, and Miss Minutes and Renslayer,
Renslayer.
whatever.
Renslayer.
You said you want to see the end of times, and
Then
then
you're
she
gonna
said
be there.
And she said something like, "You better be careful what you wish for," or something like that.
Yeah.
Sparta kicks the bit right through the door.
She says, you always wanted a seat at the end of time. Just be careful what you wish for. And
Yeah.
like you guys said, that kick.
This is Sparta.
Yep.
That was good. That was good. And Kong's body was still there.
I kind of expected it to start moving To be
Start
completely
twitching.
honest with you, yeah.
Like
Zombie
Doctor
Kong.
Strange.
Come on, it's yeah.
What if?
What
Yeah.
if?
Love that episode.
There's gonna be a lot of the next episode. There's gonna be a lot of things that we're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Mm.
I don't think that they're gonna wait until the last episode to give us all that shit.
You better not.
No, I think that they're gonna start revealing things because if they learn anything from Secret Invasion, they waited until the end to give us everything, and it felt rushed.
Yeah.
It's like building up to something, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And you're like, oh, okay, calm down.
No, I got you
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Machine gun.
Well, how
Yeah.
many episodes is this season supposed to be?
I think it's 8 or 9.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna have a pretty big revelation in this next episode.
Yeah.
Seems
And-
like 4 is the mark for big revelations in this
Yeah.
in Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like the fourth batter is always the best.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, and you want it to be able to match up at the very least with the first season. And obviously, like you said, you can't have a repeat of Secret Invasion.
Nah. Nope. And I really, really hope that those rumors about Secret Wars being that's the mark to reboot the whole MCU.
Mhm.
I hope that really happens because they are not going anywhere.
I would agree with you there because it definitely needs to happen. And
I mean, they have such a broad universe already.
Right.
Multiverse. There's so many things that they could do.
Right.
So it's hard to tell.
I think that they're mixing Loki now into his old ways and his new ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because
About time too.
yeah, because when we got to the end of season 1, we saw him as a hero. And he's not.
See, like the thing is, you can be the god of mischief, but be the god of mischief for good. It doesn't have to be all bad and dire all the time. But
I understand, but that's what
yeah.
they went the opposite route. We're gonna
No, that's what I mean. So
We're-
I feel like now that he's starting to do more like shadow work and more magic and all that stuff, like that's him.
right.
And it's about time that we start seeing like Loki.
And he doesn't care who he does it to. Like
Yeah.
if you're in his way,
Just bye.
bye. Deuces. Like that giant.
Yeah.
the anti-hero, think Deadpool.
Yep. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's funny you say that. I have a nerdy fact about Deadpool later.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I wanted to mention too. I don't know if you guys noticed when they were going into the exhibition for Victim Timely. There was the Thor figure, Odin,
Yeah.
and Balder, and then
Mhm.
that's Thor's half brother.
Right.
And they've obviously never showed him, so it'll be cool to see if they do something with it or it's just a little Easter egg that they threw out there.
I think it was more to like have that reaction from Loki. Like he wasn't there. Like obviously Loki's a big figure in the Norse mythology, but
Yep.
not having him there pissed him off.
Right.
And
You can
because we
see
can
it's
tell
like-
because at the end it's like Thor's not even
There is
that
not
tall.
that.
So it kind of hit something.
Mm.
It's like partnerships.
But still, like if they do something with them three,
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I did see something recently on Instagram that somebody had mentioned that the goal is to reunite Thor and Loki at some point or another.
Hopefully they do it before Chris decides not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to have to scrap that.
Yeah.
Like everything else that they had to do.
Pretty much. And well, I mean, he's got what, one more movie left,
Right.
but there's
Which they're going to bring Hercules. I think Hercules is going to be the main antagonist.
Oh, so they're gonna bring Balder the Brave there.
Maybe. You're excited about this.
I don't know. I just want to see them three.
Yeah.
obviously, and Chris Hemsworth has said himself, like they're gonna have to change. Like in order for him to be even remotely interested in playing the character again, they have to change the tone in a big way with this next movie, and
Right.
I hope they do as well because the Love and Thunder wasn't really that great.
Yeah.
It was too funny.
I liked it.
For,
Then again, I'm an easy target, and every time you have comedy in something in action, I'm
Right.
about that.
Right.
it just wasn't really a good mix considering what they were trying to convey, and especially the bad guy. It just didn't it didn't mesh well.
He played
Yeah,
him
like
beautifully.
the dark undertones and then like, oh, but jokes.
Right. I think they should have gone a little bit darker.
Yeah, we got a
Like,
lot of dark
the
stuff
second one?
in Doctor Strange, and that didn't work.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The first 4 or the first 3 phases were action superhero movies. And they're like, we need to mix it up. Don't. Just go back to the basics. Give us, if it's a
gonna say
superhero,
that.
give us a plot, subplot, and action.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to go with like horror with Doctor Strange. It didn't work.
I think it would have worked if they didn't rush everything.
Exactly.
If they didn't try to cram so much information into one single movie.
I think what killed it for me was the over exaggerated sounds.
Fantasia.
Yeah. Well, that scene, I think it shouldn't have happened. I know why, because they wanted to pay tribute to Fantasia. Because it in an interview they said that's why they did it.
Mm.
But the problem is now you're giving us a
They were to the extremes.
right. And not only that, but you mix them together. Because now first of all, you're trying to give me a superhero movie with a horror aspect. Okay, let's see where that goes. But don't throw something else into like that's gonna throw off the whole vibe of the movie. If you're gonna do something, stick with it.
Pretty much.
And I understand with little comedic reliefs and throughout the movie, because all horror movies have it. Especially if you go like Slayer, like slasher movies, they all have that comedic relief somewhere. But
I think, yeah, like who wants to watch a sad movie or like you need something.
right.
I don't want to feel sad.
But I just think every time that something was gonna pop up, there was like, doo-doo-doo. I was like, what? Why? I wasn't even. What pissed me off is like, you're not even making me jump. It's just pissing me off at this point. Like the all of a sudden this screeching violent. Why? Superhero movies. You tried it, fantastic. I'm glad you did. Let's go back to the basics.
Yeah. I agree
Stick
with that.
everything. Stick to Endgame.
Right.
Make
Use the
everything
same
like
formula.
that.
Use the formula from 1, 2, and 3, phase 1, 2, and 3.
But here's the thing, though: you can't not try new things. But obviously, in the case of Doctor Strange, you don't want to. That's a case of overdoing it.
Mhm.
You're oversaturating one particular element that you're wanting to try to see if it works, and it didn't. It just didn't. It didn't fly.
Right.
So, but you definitely don't just want to stick with the same formula that you got from phases 1, 2, and 3, because then it's like you've seen that build up before, and it's not going to resonate the same way,
Right.
just as well. So you definitely have to mix it up.
No, I agree, but Jesus, we just used the worst example too, or the best example.
Pretty much, they threw everything. They threw everything at the wall at the same time to see
And see what stick.
and none of it did.
And none of it. That fucking wall had like Vaseline on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was. Let's hope Loki fixes everything, and Deadpool. I hope everything is fixed after that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Deadpool's going to be fucking chaos.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Deadpool works.
Pretty much.
Because Deadpool is chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's my thing with like the MCU movies lately is like they're trying to combine aspects of each movie into the other. For example, like they did Guardians of the Galaxy, which is more comedic than anything, and they did the same formula for Thor. It didn't work out. Cool, let's move on. And now the Doctor Strange movie with the whole scary stuff, it didn't work. Okay, let's leave it at that and let's move on. But it seems like they're trying to just combine projects or combine tones, and it's not working out for them. So,
Well, here's the thing. If in Doctor Strange they would have done what they did with Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movie, because it was Sam Raimi. And if you watch the Spider-Man movies, there is times where he tries to make you jump. Because he's specialized in horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he started. But he tried to overdo it, like you said. It was overdone. It was too much. And also the story made no sense.
One thing I always remember about that first Spider-Man movie is the scream that Green Goblin had.
Yep.
Do you
In the
know what I'm
fire
talking
scene?
about? Yes.
Yep.
There's something recent that we watched that there's a noise that reminded me of that, but I don't remember. I think it was Ahsoka, but
I don't know if you noticed, but anything that Disney Plus has been making lately and someone falls off, they use the stormtrooper sound from falling. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. I think there was on episode 1 of Loki, someone fell off and it happened.
Yep.
And there was something else that wasn't Star Wars, and I'm like, seriously? Us Star Wars nerds recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if all of a sudden Loki, you're watching Loki and you hear a lightsaber sound, you're gonna pick that up quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have anything else on this episode?
no.
No.
I think we're good.
All right. Do you have the nerdy quote of the week?
Yes, I do. Actually.
Fantastic. All right, guys. This was this is for this episode. You guys have been great. Just kidding.
Fuck off. Oh, man. That's right, everybody. Time once again to test the host's nerdy knowledge with this week's nerdy quote of the week.
You were trying to change your voice?
Did it work?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something wrong with voice mod, apparently. All right. Well, fuck all that shit. Well, all right. So,
Lewis cut that.
quote of the week. Yeah. There you go. All right. So we're gonna get straight into the quote. It is Marvel themed, and that's about all I'm gonna tell you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's a multiverse, man. There's too many. Go ahead.
That is what it is. All right. So here we go. We can't have a revolution without somebody to overthrow, so you're welcome. And it's a tie.
Can you repeat it again, please, in a sentence?
You can't have a revolution without somebody to overthrow, so you're welcome. And it's a tie.
Was that in Love and Thunder? The rock guy? What's his name? I don't know.
Org?
Yeah, that guy. That's my answer. Whatever.
So yours is Korg in Love and Thunder?
Yes.
Okay. Lewis?
I don't know, Loki and I don't know. I just wanted to say Loki just to piss you off. Lola, you go. I gotta think.
Yeah, I do too. Can you repeat it one more time?
You can't have a revolution without somebody to overthrow, so you're welcome. And it's a tie.
That's the only one I can't fucking remember for some reason. I'll say it's Loki. But I'll say he's from what's the second Thor called? Dark World?
Dark World.
Sure.
So your
Loki.
guess is Loki from Dark World?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lewis.
You can't start a revolution without something to. Oh man, there's so many superheroes or anybody that could have said that. Fuck.
Throw it out there.
Yeah. I don't know. Iron Man in Iron Man. I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I can't
Hey, we
give
didn't
it-
get any of your sure, so.
Yeah. Are you sure? I'm the worst one. He's like, you're the furthest one from.
All right. All right. Everybody got that wrong entirely. That quote was stated by the Grand Master in Thor Ragnarok.
I was thinking, I was close, I guess, but
Oh.
that was
I
the
can hear it
movie.
now.
The movie before.
Here's the thing. When I said Loki and I saw your face, I immediately changed it. But I could see Loki in the conversation.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly,
You're probably going like that too.
admittedly, that the difficulty of that one, because it was kind of obscure, was a little bit high.
A little? Shut the fuck up.
So that does it for this week's nerdy quote of the week. The scores are unchanged from the last round. So the scores still stand at Lola with 42, Yadi with 37, and Lewis with 33. So
This was an exhibition game.
it might as well have been. Oh man.
Fantastic. Thank you, Justin, for that atrocity. So I got a nerdy fact of the week. Wade Wilson's childhood hero was Captain America, a personal link that was strengthened by Wilson joining a superhero soldier program of his own. Once Deadpool actually made a name for himself as a madcap mercenary turned hero, Steve Rogers became one of the few Marvel characters who treated Deadpool with empathy and acceptance.
That's so cute.
Nice.
And that is nerdyfacts.tumblr.com.
I thought you were gonna say this the nerdy facts of the week.
And that was the nerdy facts of the week.
You could probably add an echo in post.
Yeah, I will.
Echo.
All right. If that is it for today. Cool.
That's
Cool.
it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you are joining us for the first time today and you don't have any favorite podcasting platforms, you can go on the nerdarchive.com and find all of our episodes on there. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You lose on the merch. But you can go on all podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. What's the other one?
Anywhere where you listen to a podcast.
Anywhere you can listen to a podcast. iHeartRadio is the one that I was looking for. And just make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. And don't forget that we're going to be here next week on
Halloween.
Tuesday. Halloweeny. Maybe
Halloween.
Not. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Are we gonna be dressed up? Who knows? You gotta stay tuned.
We'll figure it out. No? Okay,
Probably
fantastic. All right. So with you, Lola, Yadi, Justin, and my name's Louis. See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Click on the thing. Bye.